Hi, good morning. It's Brenda Eshin Shoshana back with another little talk on simple solutions in a complex world. And actually, today's talk is very direct and simple, I hope. I hope, because to me, that is my standard. I love simplicity, I love directness. That's easier that way to get to what we really mean. But I guess that's why I say simple solutions and see all the complexity is stuff we add on, and often it's stuff that we put there to veil the truth, to put a veil in front of it, to hide the truth. Communication can be for the purpose of communicating, and it can also be for the purpose of hiding, distorting, pretending, deceiving, unfortunately. So let's become, when the simpler we become, which by which I mean the more direct, the more unadorned, uncontrived, the more direct we become, the simpler we become, the more we can see through all those games and veils and masks and everything that is hiding what we need to know from us. Actually, nothing can hide it because it's right there. We're just hiding, and we're allowing all this stuff to come and become like the confusion, brings up confusion. So let's go to the topic today, which is why is our heart almost never satisfied? What are we really wanting? What do we really want? That's another way of saying, what would satisfy our heart, satisfy us? And it's a little bit of a complex topic, maybe, but let me just talk about it a bit. People will say, well, what do you mean? I'm satisfied. This happens. I see a good movie. I'm pleased. I have a nice dinner. I'm satisfied. Yes, at the moment, for the moment. I'm not talking about momentary or temporary satisfaction. I'm talking about something deeper, maybe contentment that pervades our whole life. Isn't that a wonderful thought? I'm grateful. I'm content. I'm satisfied. I've been given what I need. I've received what I need. I've tasted it. I've eaten it up. I've lived it. I'm satisfied. You might put it that, I used to work in hospice, do a lot of work the early days, help get it going and so forth. And when you're in hospice with someone, how wonderful when it happens, which is when it does, when someone can feel, I'm satisfied just before they're about to leave this world, go, whatever they do, go forward, transition. That's another topic. But to feel I'm satisfied, thank you to the people, to life, to everything. Because a lot of the terrible pain that we go through as we get older, and even at certain very peak moments in our lives, is to feel I missed out, I missed the boat, I didn't really go for, or I didn't really have what I truly wanted, or I didn't live the life that I wanted to live or that I came here to live. Feelings like regret. That kind of, and especially in a relationship, oh my goodness. We didn't complete the relationship. I didn't really know him or her. I didn't say what had to be said. I didn't hear what I needed to hear. And that's what we mean when we're talking about satisfied, our heart feeling at peace. It's another way of saying I'm at peace. I, or in a situation that we're facing, I did all I could possibly do. I did it with a full heart. I did it to the best of my ability. And even if the outcome was not what I really wanted or hoped for, I feel okay, maybe even satisfied, because I know that I jumped in and I did all I could possibly do. It's a very, very fascinating and very important, very, very important part of our daily life. We don't have to be in an extreme situation like facing hospice or something else, some kind of a crisis. In our relationships with people who we love and care for, everything inevitably must change. Things alter. Circumstances change. People change. They go through different eras. They go through different emotions. They go through, sometimes they're processing some very hard experiences and they can't be there for you. They're not present. Many things happen in just the normal course of going through the days and the nights and the weeks and the months and so forth. So we really cannot count on a circumstance to satisfy us. Sometimes they do. Sometimes it's wonderful. It's about everything we dreamt, and we're so grateful. Thank you. It was beautiful. Beautiful visit, beautiful conversation. Just hit the spot. You could say, it just hit the spot, that conversation. It's just what I needed to hear. Thank you. And then things will change. So that kind of satisfaction, while it's very, very important and it's very, very wonderful and it builds us up, it's temporary. In this little talk, I'm asking the question, what do you really, really need for the big picture in your life to feel satisfied or content, no matter what changes take place? That is such an important question because changes do take place. So it's a different level of discussing it when we say no matter what circumstances take place, what do we need? And then we could also ask the question a different way. Well, why are we not satisfied? What's wrong? What's missing? That's a good way to look at it too. What happened? What's missing? What is it that is not here that I deeply need to feel satisfied, even in a painful or a difficult situation? Because the truth is that our deepest, the heart feeling deeply connected and satisfied and content, okay, so that I could even say, okay, no matter what happens. What does the heart need? What do you need? I refer to you and the heart as simultaneous, the same thing. But what do you need? Same thing. To feel in your overall life. And it's a sense of wholeness, a sense of okay, complete. Something is complete. Now, I'm not going to go into an answer to that question because that question points to a personal search, a personal journey to discover that and to give it to yourself and to allow that into your life. And it may be different for different people, or it will be spoken of differently or thought of differently. So there's no one answer that fits all, although my deepest feeling is that it is the same thing for everyone, but it is experienced differently, it's spoken of differently, it's connected to differently. And I certainly don't want to impose my way or one way over anyone else. So these beautiful questions their stimulation, a little knocking on your door. Hello, are you home? Is somebody home? Is somebody there? Can you open the door and look what's inside? Who's home? What's going on? Some might say, I need love. If I feel love, I will be satisfied no matter what. That might be a very normal and common answer. But what do you mean when you say love? We go a little deeper. You mean that you must feel the love of others? Or are we going into an area where we say, I must have that love, that acceptance, that connection also with me, with myself. I must have that for me. That's a whole other dimension because that can never be taken away. And if that's part of it, then the other point is what do you need to really feel good about yourself? I don't mean in a superficial way that you won a million prizes or that you have $1 million or a big house. That's fine. That's all good. In the long run, that's not going to give you the deep sense of contentment and satisfaction. Because if it did, then you wouldn't want more. We wouldn't want more. Meanwhile, we always want more. We want something else. Okay, I have this now. Now I want that. Now I have this. All these things we get from outside ourselves. I have this, but it doesn't do the fundamental trick. It doesn't create that deep contentment. Now I want that. I want something else. I want to keep proving maybe that I'm wonderful or that I'm whatever. Once I proved it here, it's not enough. I'm unsatisfied. There's something else I'm yearning for. I have to keep going. I have to keep proving myself. I have to keep attaining. I have to keep accumulating, whatever it is. Then there's nothing wrong with doing that, but that's not where your real satisfaction is going to be met. When we want something other than what we have, not not satisfaction of the deep kind. Before I end today, I have a beautiful story that just popped into my mind that I've always loved, and I want to share it with you because it's connected to this theme. There was this wonderful, wonderful Zen monk who he lived very, very simply in a little hut. He had very few possessions. His bowl, a few robes, whatever. And he lived in nature, and there he was. And one night, a robber broke into his hut, his place he lived, broke in the door furious, and took all his few possessions, took them all away, took them all away. And meantime, the moon was shining. And so the Zen monk saw the moon shining in as the robber is taking everything away, and very, very angry. The robber's very angry. And he goes to the door and he leaves with everything and he slams the door. And the Zen monk looks up at the sky, at the moon, and the beautiful, beautiful moon shining. And he deeply loves it and appreciates it. And his statement is, oh, I wish I could give him this moon too. I wish I could give him this beautiful moon too. That Zen monk was content no matter what. He had the beauty of the moon. He could see it, he could feel it. He was satisfied. Thank you for listening to this, and I really love hearing from you. Keep the messages coming if you want to, whatever you want. I'm there for it. And I'll be back next week and have a beautiful, beautiful week. Enjoy the moon, the sun, the ocean, and open up to what real contentment is for you and where it can be found. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.